Hi everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. So this week I have one real goal and one real goal only, and that is to read Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. It's 1,220 pages and I'm 320 pages into it. I am deciding to read 200 pages a day to finish it in 5 days. I was able to read 200 pages for last week's vlog, or 220 pages to get myself to around 1,000 pages left. Now I have 900 pages left and I'm loving it. Couple of things. So this is, I'm not going to go into what the series is about because I feel like a lot of people are reading this series right now. Just know it's a huge epic fantasy that encompasses many different point of views all in this war-torn world, and our main characters are anywhere from slaves to high princes, and I'm just loving it. It's so good. I'm 320 pages in, like I said, and I'm already just so into it. There's already been a lot of action. And a couple of things that I've brought up in past vlogs, I was a little interested to see, so each book has a different like point of view that you get the past from, and I really wanted it to be Wit, who's kind of like the king's fool but has a lot more to him, but it's Navani, and we've only had one scene from the past, and it was Gavilar's death, which is not a spoiler. I'm pretty sure it's revealed like so early on, maybe even like the first scene of the first book. The man's already dead and he was the king. And I've gotten past part 1. I'm into part 2 and there wasn't another past scene from her. And usually in these books, it's like each time there's a new part, you get another scene. But no, so I don't know if we're going to get past scenes from her besides that one scene. I guess we'll find out, but yeah, part 2, and that's not the case. So who knows? A character, I'm not gonna say who, retires, I guess is the best word for it, from fighting. And this character was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? And like thinks maybe I'll be an ardent, who's kind of like a priest monk, but that definitely wouldn't work. And I'm like, there's one obvious path. Like there is one path, and it's just so obvious, and they did come to that conclusion. I was like, as soon as it happened, I'm like, okay, so they're gonna do this. I'm not gonna say what because it will be a dead giveaway, but I'm just like, no, it's gonna be this then. This is what it's gonna be because it just would make the most sense. But then they're deliberating and I'm like, sure. And then in this past 100 pages, they came to the decision to do the thing that I was like, this is gonna be it. Like there's no real question. But I do think that this character is just kind of, they wanted to explore their options because this has been something that people have kind of expected from them for a really long time. But I really hope that they enjoy it and find peace in it. Trigger warning for thoughts of suicide. There's only one scene so far, and I'm hoping that them doing this will help them find peace and be happy, because there's definitely some PTSD issues within this person, and I just want them to be happy and I just want them to heal. Shalyn, who's our main female character, is still like kind of has like a split personality. I don't want to diagnose it as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder because it's definitely more of a coping mechanism than anything, where she has kind of 3 identities, but she knows like they're all Shalyn. She just copes in a bad way. And so she just like breaks off parts of herself to make different people basically. But I just wouldn't call it like schizophrenia. I wouldn't call it like a mental illness like that. I think it's just trauma. But I don't know. And I don't know if Brandon Sanderson has spoken about it. I don't know what people think, but I just don't consider it to be schizophrenia or something like that. I think it's just a bad coping mechanism, and it really annoys me. It annoyed me really badly in Oathbringer both times I read it, and it annoys me less in this because she's kind of come to peace with it and they're all on like really good terms and people know about it, but it's still just really annoys me because I don't like Veil or Radiant, who are her 2 alter egos. Like I find them annoying, and I just like, I'm like, okay, like stop. Like, I don't know, I just don't like them. So I think that's my big problem. If I liked them, I think it'd be a different story. But I don't. But I am planning on reading 100 more pages of this tonight, but I am gonna take a shower first. I'm home alone tonight because my dad is in Salt Lake City. So I'm just hanging out. I watched the Outpost TV show with my best friend, and I'm planning on filming tomorrow because my dad isn't getting home till really late. So I'm gonna try and film a few videos. This week, it's pretty relaxed. I'm just working. On Thursday, I'm going to a nearby town to sell some books to like my local like trade, buy, sell bookstore. I have an appointment. They're gonna hopefully sell or buy some of my books. Because I've got a lot that I want to unhaul. And not a lot of places are taking books. Like the library isn't anywhere near me. And so I've got this business, so that's good. But yeah, so I'm going to take a shower and then finish my last 100 pages, and I'll chat with you all once I've done that. Oh, and then also, so this is 5 days, which I'm hoping, which means I'll end on Saturday. So I do have one more day, and I am gonna try and take this month and just like read out of my TBR like what I want, be like, okay, I'm in the mood for Lady Night, or I'm in the mood for Shadow of Kyoshi, and just kind of go with that. I do want to like separate my bigger books with some smaller ones or easier ones, I guess, because I do have 2 pretty large middle grades on my TBR, but I'm kind of considering them like palette cleansers because they're just fun, easy middle grade. So that's the only real plan that I have, is kind of, you know, interspersing some shorter books within the longer ones, which are Rhythm of War, Empire of Gold, and I guess Return of the King isn't really because it's only 300 and something pages, but I kind of just have it in my brain as that's one of them. And then I think other than that, oh, and 10 Arrows of Iron, which wasn't on my TBR because I forgot to talk about it, but it is on its way from Barnes & Noble. And so that's definitely one of them as well. It's a bit longer. So yeah, but that is all I've got for you. I'm gonna take a shower and I'll talk to you all once I've read my next 100 pages. Hi guys, it's 11:50 and I'm just about to go to bed, but I'm on page 421 of Rhythm of War. It's so good. The character that I was saying that retired is going down a path that I really like for them. They're doing something under like the umbrella of what I was talking about, but instead of going down one path, I think they're gonna go down a different one, and I think it's gonna work out really well for them, and I'm just very happy for that person. I just want them to be at peace and to be happy, and I think it's on the right track. I'm liking Shallon's alter egos more. I like that they're like, no, this is unhealthy. And it's just like so weird because it's Shallon being like, no, this is unhealthy. I shouldn't be doing this. But Shallon, the part of her that she's relegated as herself is like not understanding that like they want to all be one person again. And it's just so weird. Like Vale and Radiant keep like being like, no, you should do this as yourself and we'll just be moral support, you know, and like that sort of thing. And it's like they're trying to kind of get to the bottom of this as well. And I'm also like, is there stuff that she's hiding from us? Or is it just stuff that's already been revealed that she's hiding from Adeline? I don't know. And then there's some stuff that she's hiding from herself. Like she's repressed all these memories. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if like, she's like, oh my God, he'll never forgive me. I'm like, is it for the things that like we know that happened? Or is it like all new stuff that like we have no idea that happened? So yeah, but I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. I'm having such a good time. Adeline and Shallon are in this place where Spren become more human-like, and they like look like they're the same height as humans. They've got arms and legs and faces. Or not all of them have faces, but kind of like a head sort of thing. And I just love them. It makes me love the Spren even more. I wish Syl was here, but she's like, she looks human. That's Kaladin's Spren. She looks human. That, like, I don't think it would make that much of a difference, but she could be, like, the size of a human, and I think she'd thrive. But there's also just some interesting stuff going on with like dead eyes, which are basically dead spren. The spren die if they make a connection with humans, and humans go back on their promises, which like I'm still like hazy on like how that happens, besides like the past Knights Radiants who totally gave up their oaths and like died, and it killed their spren. So I guess, yeah, it's just like giving up or going back on the oaths that you speak to connect with a spren, and that kills the spren basically. And it's just like Adeline is connected, not like fully connected to a Deadeyes, but like his sword in the real world or his regular world becomes a spren in this place, this other plane of existence that they're in. And her name's Maya, and she's a Deadeyes, and she has my heart. I love Maya. She's just like so, I don't know, like she doesn't speak. Like people are like, oh no, she's just like dead now. Like there's nothing there. But Adeline's like, no, like she understands, like he is fighting for her and I'm here for it. He just like loves having her around. Like Shallon's like, that's cute, kind of weird, but cute. And he's just like, Maya, let me introduce you to everyone. Let's go hang out. Like, I don't know. I think it's just like very cute. I feel like he's taken either like a big brother role or like a father role. I don't know. But like it's definitely not like a romantic thing. It's very much like platonic or familial, and I'm here for it. But I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. I'm just loving it. So I'm 421 pages into this. Tomorrow I'll hit halfway, and I'm just so excited to keep reading. But I'm going to chat with you all tomorrow. Good night. Hey guys, so it is Wednesday night. I just filmed my November wrap up, and I feel like it was kind of a mess, but that's okay. I think it's just because I didn't read a lot, so I feel like I just didn't talk for very long. I have not read anything today yet. It's like 6:45, I want to say. 6:41, my dad doesn't plan on getting home till 8:30, so I'm gonna go upstairs, hang out with the dogs, read. Yeah, that's about it. Today was a little hectic. I don't know, just ways. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like looking back, it shouldn't have been hectic, but like while I was doing it, it just felt like, I don't know. I might take a shower first to wash off this makeup. I didn't do it very well. I don't know, today's just been a little weird. I've just been feeling a little weird. So we'll see. Tomorrow I have to leave work early. I'm gonna go sell some books to my local bookstore. And yeah, and then I'm staying at my mom's house. I don't know, I don't really have any plans, so whatever. But yeah, so I will chat with you once I've made some more progress in Rhythm of War. Hi guys, it's Thursday. I didn't read anything yesterday. It's just kind of a weird day. I was feeling a little weird, so I just relaxed, watched some Schitt's Creek, made my own fire in my fireplace. I'm very proud of myself. I haven't done that since 8th grade when our school taught us how to do it with flint and steel. But I'm reading Rhythm of War. I have like 160 pages left, and it's 9:50, so we'll see. I'm in it though. Like, oh my god, I love a character named Maya, and I would die for her. And Adeline like loves her, like in a brotherly way, I want to say, or even like a parental way. And it's just, I love their bond so much. And like something just happened where it's like, I don't know, like Adeline keeps giving so much and trying to do so much for her, and she just gave back, and I really appreciate it. And everyone's like, how did you train her? She can't like make conscious decisions because like basically her soul's gone. And Adeline's like, I don't know what to tell you, like she does it all herself, and she made a conscious decision to do something, and I really liked it. But Shallon is looking for a spy, and I think it might have just been revealed who it was. And I'm really sad about it. I'm like really sad about it. I'm really bent up about it because it's just gonna make her regress. I think that's the right word. and she's really annoying me. Like, I am like, oh my god, I can't stand her. The smallest little thing, she just shuts herself off and forces Veil and Radiant to like take over, and it just drives me crazy. I really had thought that she was getting better after the last book, but she's just not. But Veil and Radiant I'm liking more, because they are like she when she realizes who the spy might be, she wants to just like literally like disappear, like just not in the smallest little space in her psyche. And Veil and Radiant are like, no, like get through this, you're okay, like do this. And I'm like, okay, yes, but I hate that I'm liking her alter egos more than her. And I just need to know what happened that she's burying so deep. I just need to know, because then I think it'll just make it all better for me. But I just don't know what would be so terrible that she's been hiding it. I don't know. All I can think is it has to do with her oldest brother, because we already know so many other things about her parents. So I'm like, what else could there be that she's hiding from herself? I don't know, unless like her family, like even unless like she wasn't part of the family, like, or I just don't know. I don't know what she'd be hiding. Maybe she's actually one of the heralds and like has forgotten how she betrayed her other herald or something. I don't know. I'm just totally throwing random stuff out there. This is not a spoiler, because I have no idea. But yeah, so I'm really scared to find out that this person was a spy, because it makes sense, but also like I don't know how that works. But I'm just like really sad. But I'm gonna get back to reading and I'll talk to you all later. All right, I'm 549 pages in, and screw Cal's dad. He sucks. He is so black and white. He's like, healers are good, soldiers are bad. That's it. He just sucks. He's awful. He sees his son, and just because his son didn't become the exact replica of himself, he's a monster, and he does all these bad things, and he's a bad man. And I'm like, screw you. He literally tells his son, he was like, do you think you could, like when he was a slave, he was like, don't you think you could have saved yourself all that pain by just going along with it? Who are you? Do you want him dead inside? Like all these parshmen? Like, so screw his dad. I was like fine with his dad. I didn't love him, but I was fine with him. But now, screw him. And good for Cal for sticking up for himself. But screw him. He can go frick off. Honestly, he sucks. And I'm done with him. He doesn't understand war. He just thinks you should sit back and take all of it. Just take it. Let people die. He literally tries to save the enemy. He forsakes his son and goes to save the enemy. And then calls his son a monster for killing someone who's about to kill his entire family, basically. Like, I don't know. Screw his dad. His dad can go die in a hole for all I care. Wow, I like hate his dad so much. I hate him. I just hate him for forsaking his son who has been through so much and saying you should just sat back and taken it, and for calling him a monster for killing a bad guy and then kicking him out and being like, my son is dead. He sucks. And I want him to die or to become totally inconsequential and Cal just be okay with himself, because he just sucks. And I'm so angry. On another note though, every time I read a scene where like Bridge 4, like the people from Bridge 4 are being like super like loyal, makes me want to reread Way of Kings when Cal brought them all together, because I love them. Like whenever they make the Bridge 4 salute, whenever they like, whatever they do, I love them so much. And I just love them. I love them. and the loyalty that Cal inspired in them and the goodness that he brought out in them. And it's just, oh, it's just so good. And I love it. But again, screw Liren. But I have 70 pages left. No, 80, because I'm trying to end on 630. So I don't know if I'll chat with you tonight. I might literally fall asleep right after I finish this, or tomorrow, but I will chat with you with my thoughts. It's 12:07. I'm so tired, but I'm 631 pages through, which means I am 20 pages over halfway. And I'm loving it. It's so good. It is just insane. It's so good. I can't wait to keep reading. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's just, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm so happy that I have 590 pages left. And I'm just gonna love every second of it. But I'm so tired, so I'm gonna go to bed and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Hi guys, it's Saturday. I didn't update you on Friday. I only read 100 pages. I just was really tired, but I have read 300 pages today. I only have 200 pages left. And I don't think I'm gonna be sleeping till I finish it. It's probably like 12, probably later. It's 11:52, so I might not be going to sleep till 2, but you know, it's been a while since I wanted to do that. It's so good. I mean, like, I know I'm just repeating everything I've like ever said, but it is just, Bridge 4 is my favorite. Cal is the light of my life. I've always loved Cal, but I have not felt so strongly about him until this book. And I think it's so character development filled for him. And I think just seeing how he has grown and changed, it just makes me very emotional for him. And his dad still sucks, and I just love him, and I love how loyal Bridge 4 is to him. Oh no, I just love it. Shallon, for a second, I was like, oh my god. Like, she's gonna go on like my least favorite characters of all time list, even though she was like the only one that I wanted to like. Like, I hate Nesta from A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I don't care that I hate her because she's like inconsequential to me. I couldn't care less about the woman. I want her to die. And like the guy from The Rage of Dragons, I don't care that I don't like him, you know? But this is the only one that I'm like, no, I want to like her. I am invested in this story. She was my favorite in books 1 and 2. And so when she got as bad as she did, I was scared that this was gonna be like really a problem, but I don't think it's gonna be. And I know I said that at the end of Oathgate because or Oathbringer, because it seemed like it was going to work itself out. I think it really did this time. And I'm just, I don't know how they're gonna get through these next 200 pages. I don't know. Everyone is stuck. It's like everyone is in their worst place right now. And I'm like, how is anything gonna wrap up in these next 200 pages? Maybe nothing will, because we have 6 more books in this series. Oh god, I don't want to wait 2 more years before things wrap up. Like this storyline. I hope they do, because Sanderson's always really good at like having some finality to his books. So like, even though yes, there is more to come and that's obvious, the like more like book specific plot lines are wrapped up. So yes, there's a series plot line overall, but like the book specific plot lines are wrapped up. And there's really two book specific plot lines, I want to say. I mean, there's like multiple, but there's 2 like main settings, and there's like big plots going in these 2 different settings. And so I'm hoping that those 2 plot lines are wrapped up, because if they aren't, it's gonna be a problem for me. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god, but it's so good. Oh my god, I'm dying. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I finish this. I don't know. Should I just jump into Empire of Gold? But I don't think that would be a good idea, because then I'll have finished like 2 probably 5-star books. This one is definitely 5 stars. I don't know about Empire of Gold. And then I'll just be in a book slump. Again, like a big one. So I need to pace myself. I don't know. I should read a book that I think I'll be able to finish tomorrow, and that'll probably be Shadows of Kyoshi, because it's short. It's like 340 pages. It's like, I believe, or maybe an ebook. Maybe I should pick up like the Ever After, which I know I can finish in a day. It's so fast. I might have to do that because I don't think I can't like read like a long book. I need to like finish a book in a day, like really fast. Maybe the Ever After, because I'll be finishing a trilogy. It's fast-paced. It ended on a cliffhanger. I want to see what happens next. I might do that. And Amanda Hawking's like super easy. It's either that or the Shadows of Kyoshi, because the Shadows of Kyoshi will also fly by. We'll see. That's a tomorrow problem. Tonight, I just need to focus on finishing Rhythm of War, because I'm not going to be able to sleep until I do. Hopefully. I really want to get this done before I go to sleep. So I am sure I will update you once I finish this. I have 79 pages left, but I thought I would document that I am crying. It's just, Anderson kills me. Actually kills me. It's like when you're a Knights Radiant, there are words you have to say, and there's like multiple levels. And I honestly, like, I don't know, I don't quite understand it fully, but Cal has been like trying to like want to say the next level, but he just like can't. And then when you find out what the words are, it just broke. I just broke, you know. I'm just sad, but also just like, oh, I just love Cal so much. And this book has all been about like loving Cal. It's Loving Cal Day, and I'm just very, oh god, I'm just broken. This is so good. Oh my god. It's just amazing. It's just everything. It's everything. So I'm gonna finish these last 79 pages and I will chat with you after. It's 3:10 in the morning and I just finished Rhythm of War. It was amazing. It was spectacular. 5 out of 5 stars. Probably the best book I've read this year. Amazing. I loved it. Loved it. Yeah, just so good. Just so good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say since I basically said everything that I can say. One thing, so the person whose like past timeline we get, first I thought it was gonna be Navani. It's Eshonai and Venli, who are two Parsh women, or kind of. But that's really interesting. Actually, it's like really interesting, because it's kind of told starting with like when they first interact with humans up until like now. So that's like really cool. I just loved it. Honestly, I don't have many complaints. There was awesome character development in so many characters, and there was emotional moments, but great moments, and it was everything I wanted it to be. So good. I loved it. And now the next book, I know, like, we basically know what like the climax is gonna be and stuff, because like this book laid out the plan for the next book basically. And so I hate that I have to wait 2 years, but it's not too much of a cliffhanger where like some stuff was nicely wrapped up, but I still like can't wait for the next book. Man. All right, well, I'm gonna go to bed since it is so late, and I will decide what I'm gonna read later. Good night. Hi guys, it's Sunday night. It's been productive. I filmed like a video and a half because my battery died, and then my mom got home before I was finished charging, and then we just like did a lot of stuff. So I have half a video to film, which was all the books I read in 2020, but I did get to film my November Fairy Loot unboxing, and it was very good. I am so excited for the book. Usually it's got a trope that I'm not a big fan of, but it sounds really interesting, so I'm pumped. And I decided to pick up Shadow of Kyoshi by FCE today. I got 190 pages left, so I'm just about halfway through, and it's like what time is it? It's 9:20, so I should be done by around 11:20. I hope I can stay up that long, because honestly I'm pretty tired because I stayed up till 3:30 this morning, but I'm going to really try my best because I do want to finish this tonight. I don't know what I want to read tomorrow. I should probably do like another smaller one before like jumping into like Empire of Gold. Yeah, to like break it up a little bit. I wanted to do like a mood read sort of situation where I just read what I was in the mood for, but I don't know if that's gonna work for me. So I might do a little bit of like planning, but also like when I say like a smaller book or an easier book, I also mean like Hollow Pox, which is like 500 and something pages because it's like a middle grade. So I might pick that one up tomorrow, just like for a fun, fast middle grade adventure that is also pretty long. So we'll see, but I guess that's a next vlog problem. I'm enjoying Shadow of Kyoshi. It's dark. It's darker than I kind of expected, but so is the first one. So, and it's good. I don't know. I'm a little confused on like why this is the plot of the second and final book in the Kyoshi duology, because like in Avatar, Kyoshi's famous for like splitting off Kyoshi Island from the mainland of the Earth Tribe, and like I thought that was going to be like the end of this, was like her fighting against the bad ruler of the Earth Kingdom, but it's not. It's definitely not, because it's more to do with like the Fire Nation. So I don't really know why though. Like why did they choose that to be the end? Because it just doesn't feel like it directly correlates to the first book. It kind of feels like two separate stories, and if they were going for that, then I feel like they could have done like a lot of these, like a lot of like shorter novels that chronicle Kyoshi's life and like different things that she does, kind of like the graphic novels, but like in novel form, instead of this being like the conclusion of the duology, because I just don't think it makes sense. So yeah, but we'll see. It's like fun, it's fast paced, it's like a good time, but I'm not like loving it or anything. But yeah, so unless anything really happens, I will probably update you when I'm done. Kyoshi's kind of being stupid, don't love it, but we'll see. Alright, it's 11:15 and I just finished Shadow of Kyoshi. It was okay. I feel like it just tried to go in too many directions. I just feel like there was like too many plot lines and none of them really felt that wrapped up. And like one I understand because it's going to be an ongoing problem, but I don't know, it's just something about it feels really anticlimactic for sure and just unresolved. And I just don't feel like this is an end to a series. It feels like a middling middle novel where the last one is like the rest of her life, because I thought this was going to chronicle her entire life, or Avatar life at least. Well, this basically chronicled her entire, or the first book basically chronicled her entire young life, so I kind of expected it to like grow, but this just doesn't feel complete. And even though I know like the lore around her in the Avatar series, with her defeating like the bad Earth Kingdom guy and creating the island of Kyoshi and all that stuff, I wanted to read it. I wanted it to be part of the series, because this does not feel like a finale. Like I'm like, okay, so what was really the point of this besides like being like a smaller story within the greater Kyoshi story? Because the first book, I understand why that was the first book. I totally understand. It makes sense. But this just doesn't feel like an end novel. And I'm running out of space on my SD card, so yeah, something about it just doesn't feel conclusive, like at all. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the end of a series whatsoever. But on the front, on the inside flap, it says the epic conclusion to the legendary story of Avatar Kyoshi. So like, it's done, I just don't think it should be. And then I wanted to show you the bookmark that I used with the book, because I think it went really well. It just came in the November Fairy Loot, so spoilers, but these are the two main characters of the Fairy Loot book, which is These Violent Delights. So this is Roma and this is Juliet, because it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. So I think that might come out after this video. It definitely will. So I will go make sure to look for that in the future. But this week I read two books, one of which was Rhythm of War, which is the well, I'm not gonna spoil, but it's definitely on the top 10 list of best books I read this year because it was amazing. It was just amazing. I absolutely adored it. 5 out of 5 stars. Brandon Sanderson really outdid himself. It was amazing. It was so, so good. If you haven't read the series or you're hesitant to pick up the 4th, please do. It is so amazing. It's just so, so good. And I gave it, I think I said this, but I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read The Shadow of Kyoshi by F.C. Yee, which I ended up giving a 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.